I love this guy.
Most people don't know that the Air Force has a Special Operations Ground Force. We are the most deadly and most decorated ground force pretty much since the Vietnam War. If you go back in any major operation, any book that you've heard about or movie you've seen in the last 10 years, there's been a special tactics operator involved in that operation. If you want to be a special tactics operator, really we're looking for the best of the best. We want people that are very intrinsically motivated, that really want to be here, that want to do hard things, solve hard problems, and push themselves to limits.
Like, how many 14-year-olds do we kill today?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, real complicated math equation. Okay, because some people say 10, I say we go further than that.
Yeah, 11.
Okay,
That they've never pushed themselves to. We really need folks like that to serve and go out there and defend our
I've
nation.
seen this one Navy SEAL exercise that I just don't understand, where they're all linking arms and lying there while waves are just kind of
It's
crashing
just
over.
like a thing to be like, how long can you endure?
But that's just lying.
uncomfort?
That's what you do at the beach. That's not uncomfortable.
yeah, you go to the beach with your homies and lie
Lie
down.
down.
We actually do though. We play games. We're like, ah.
It's just, yeah, I think Americans don't go to the beach, and that's why it's like only the toughest people can lie
You
down
should tell
at
them,
the
Alex.
beach.
Yeah, it's true.
We specialize in global access, precision
That's
strike, personnel
that's cool.
recovery, and we also have a battlefield surgery capability. All
Oh,
the
have you heard of the
jobs
Pig
that
Man?
fall under the umbrella.
It's so fucking sick. I don't know what part of the American military does it. Maybe it's the Marines. I don't know. But you can be like a medic, like a kind of doctor. But there's this like extra rank, which is the pig man, and not many people pass it. And what they do is they get a pig, and they just like fuck it up. They shoot all these bullets in it and set it on fire. And then you have to keep the pig alive for like 5 minutes or something after all this has happened to it.
That sounds like North Korean
And
propaganda.
no, it's real. It's real. It's real. I was doing my PhD on this. It's a real thing.
On the pig man.
That sounds like ISIS propaganda. Like, the Americans love pigs so much.
Don't die on me.
Don't know me. Gonna turn you into a hamburger.
They keep pig alive.
But then, like, whenever you're out, like in combat, you want to be with a pig man because he's like the best of the best medics.
Yeah, Pigman is the guy in Texas who hunts pigs off of a helicopter, which you can do, by the way, with an automatic machine gun.
I don't want to do that. Why are you offering that to me? I don't want to murder
M60.
pigs.
This
I don't wanna
sounds
murder
kind
them.
of cool.
I just want someone else to kill them in a factory farm.
That's live tissue training. Most branches can do it.
What? Such a
He's
fuck's
telling
name.
the truth. Cleric, you ain't never put together a pig. Don't fucking lie to me. Okay? You wouldn't be able to do that. Can you? I don't know. Cleric is a Iraq a combat medic. He
Fuck yeah.
toured.
Pigman's real.
He's
not just an urban legend.
He almost he almost killed me with his fucking MREs that he sent me from his tours, and they were almost got botulism eating that shit. Oh, he's just smiling. See, he doesn't know how to put the pig together.
Put it together.
Umbrella of special tactics includes special tactics officers, combat controllers, special reconnaissance, and pararescue, and tactical air control party men. Those are all the what we call AFSCs, Air Force Specialty Codes, that live inside of special tactics and inside the squadrons. If you were to start the special tactics pipeline, you're going to go through an initial assessment selection. If that's special tactics officer assessment selection or the one that you do at Lackland for all operators.
This stuff's crazy.
Did you ever
That's
do that as a kid
assessment
though?
select.
I used to always do that when I was in a pool. I'd like have my hands behind my back and my like legs together and see how long I could like survive.
All
pretending I
these
was
things you're
kidnapped.
seeing are literally just Australian
Just games you do at the beach.
I was going to say there's like Serbian epigenetic memories of being dominated by American forces.
No, Americans are pretty new to the game. I feel like the Turks are doing that to us for a bit
It's
longer.
true.
Selection is going to be varies between 1 week to a 4-week grueling process where we're really going to put Sam through the ringer, physically, mentally, emotionally, probably as well.
He's looking good.
And really test, hey, how prepared is this individual?
I'm gonna slow them down. They can't feel my arms.
How much drive do they have? Do they really want?
He just has like, bro, his cheeks are too rosy.
No, he's just a twink.
No, first of all, he's not a twink. He's a twunk. He's a twink and a hunk crossover. He's a
Twonk.
crossbreed. Because like his pectorals are far too large to be a twink. So let me just stop you right there. But like, I do think his cheeks are too rosy to be like
In
he looks like a
military.
Pit Boy from Fallout.
I think that's what you need. You need one of them to lure the kids, and then the rest of them to kill them.
Lure the
You feel like it's fucking Jack from Jack and Jill.
They're like, oh my god, that's a kid just like us.
want want to be here? And when things are really bad, are they going to push themselves to a new level? Are they willing to go
Like, look at his
to a dark
titties, bro.
place?
He's
He could still fucking beat me in a
thrive
fight.
and strive in that
100%.
environment.
For the first time ever, they're letting a civilian like me tag
He's
along
not
to
a civilian.
experience special.
We did a
He
deep,
works for the
we did
fucking Air Force.
deep dive on him after our video and followed. He joined the military, then he suddenly stopped, and then just started making military propaganda videos
with access to
Oh, so
everything.
he's just like he's a psyop
He's
guy.
in-house though. He's not like he's not getting sponsored. He's just the military.
Yeah. This just feels like gay porn for straight men. No, this is just gay porn for gay men. Jubby literally just said, "Oh my God, they're so hot." No, this is just gay porn, period.
Special tactics officer selection.
They look like
a
minions.
grueling process, incredibly rigorous, and I don't know what to expect.
Look at this water.
They do that in Australia too.
Yeah.
literally.
But after that, I'm then going to have the opportunity to go out real world and experience a
No.
mission
And kill some
alongside
people.
the special tactics operators to learn about all the skills and assets that they need to have.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Green light on.
That is so cool.
In
Jumping
partnership
out of the
with
plane.
the U.S. Air Force.
All right, it is 5:54 in the morning.
I hate
always
this.
waking
I
up.
hate this. They're waking up so early. It's just so lame, bro.
Tara
Why
never
can't they?
sleeps.
I hate that.
Didn't you wake up
Like-
at 5 a.m. this morning, Hasan?
I mean, it's because I was jet lagged, and not this morning. It was 2 mornings ago. But like, no, I do technically wake up at 6. That's true. I do wake
He's
up.
beating you by 6 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't even thinking of 5:54. I was thinking of fucking
The
like
other
the
dudes,
other
yeah.
the other video that we watched, where they wake up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or some shit.
I'm here at the training complex at Hurlburt Field. I
Hurlburt.
didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know if it was nervous energy or what, but definitely don't know what to expect. The rest of the candidates
Why do
are
Americans
inside
do that
right
so
now, so we're
much?
gonna meet up with them soon. But
They're always warm in their hands.
On the front, you'll do 1 and 3.
Okay.
Just 5 fingers from the bottom of your collar.
5 fingers from the bottom,
Yeah.
1 and 3. The big one on the front
And
or
the
the
big
small
one on the back.
So I think for Sam showing up and going to kind of an A&S and never
That's a
being an
Sharpie.
assessment and selection, I think he's really going to struggle. Because you really have no context for what you're getting into. It's going to be a real big shock to the system. We haven't done this with someone before. Normally they know they're coming here and
I
they
did this as a
want to be
kid,
in an
and I
assessment
wanted to
selection,
decorate my
so
shirts.
It'll be an interesting experience.
All right, I was handed this water bottle, number 13. I've got a rifle, which you're not supposed to let out of sight for
It's
the
not
entire
real.
day.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the candidates are out.
Yeah, it's not real. This is the one time where we're watching someone with a fake rifle in America.
so
I get ready for
un-American.
the PT test. I'm going to join them, and then it's game on.
I really didn't know what to expect. I saw they were all wearing these t-shirts with different numbers, and so I then realized that I had to get my shirt on. So we went to another tent, and that's
It's
where
like
they
I took my shirt off.
He did.
told me that I was going to be number 13. I guess lucky number 13. And the reason they use these numbers is because they don't want to use people's names. It's all based on numbers. So for the next day, I was going to be referred to as number 13.
Day one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Pigs
real.
make lousy soldiers. Stop using animals to train army doctors. Troop deserves better
Use
dog
real
work.
people.
Yeah,
Use that
dude,
dirty people.
This is the most vegan thing on the
Yeah, I hate
planet.
that.
It's like we're trying to make the military be more vegan.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what the military does?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one time they're not killing a human, okay? The fuck do you mean?
But also, how many pigs would they use a year? Probably 100 compared to the millions and millions
Yeah,
that are
fucking
killed.
hell.
So,
They
like,
probably
why are
use a
you
lot more
picking
pigs.
that?
Well, it's probably like millions that just get thrown away as food waste in this country. Like,
It's weird.
Give them an Iraqi child instead. Why a pig?
Sam is going to experience a PT test, and we're going to roll through kind of the initial physical evaluation of the candidates.
they are
The
hot. They
reason
look
we
like
do
Australians.
that
Look at the
is
tiny little
really
shorts.
it's an entry exam. We can't have people inside the assessment selection that are not prepared to be there. And that PT test is really just a ticket to get in the door. If you don't make it, you can't make the standards that we have, we will ask you to leave and then come back another time. But that initial PT test is important just for your own safety
PTSD
as a candidate, but also for us to know that, hey, you prepared to come to this and you're not just showing up unprepared.
Now this isn't like any physical fitness test. I was in the Air Force, I did their PT test. I went to the academy, did their version of the PT test. But this was a whole other animal.
This guy's just a PT test enjoyer, dude. Holy shit.
He looks great.
our goal with Sam is to say, hey, let's get a flavor on everything, push him a little bit, get a real good idea of what that feels like, what it's like to be in this very stressful environment, and you know, get him immersed.
So pull-ups done, sit-ups done, push-ups done. Comes next, the running and the
It'd be
swimming.
so frightening to have this
This is already,
cherub
I'm already
kill
tired,
you.
so.
It'd be like the most terrifying kind of death. This smiling, rosy, beautiful boy. Oh my god.
There's a very unsettling aura to him.
Yeah.
Like there's something about him that just rubs me the wrong way. I think it's because he's gay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just homophobic.
More straight soldiers.
Oh
please.
yes, you're right. He does look Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're
My
so
beautiful
right.
boy.
He does. He looks very like. He looks very Mormon.
Is that what
Weather's
Mormons
nice,
look
at
like?
least for Florida.
No wonder
Yeah.
they have so many wives.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone
They're
wants-
not-
Maybe
that.
that's why Carter hates him. Carter's the one who fucking posted this video. And Carter is the most Mormon looking motherfucker out there, even though he's not a Mormon, but grew up around them and just by osmosis became Mormon low key. I thought Carter was Mormon for the longest time.
60 degrees.
What is that in real
Good
degrees?
morning for a little
That's
3-mile
pretty cold.
jog.
They said
No,
40,
Honestly, I
40
wish I
was
had more
4
time to
degrees,
prepare
no?
for this, so
50
we'll see. The normal PT
Yeah, his
test
nipples
like
are
on the Air
hard.
Force, it's
That's
just a
fucking
mile and a half,
cold.
so this is double that.
Cold as.
Curious to see how fast these guys go out though.
This is making a lot more men gay than it's making join the army.
Non-stop. Stretch out. We'll give you a
That's
couple
a lot.
minutes to loosen up.
No, no, what was the...
5K.
what
If
was
the
that
Candidate
part?
stops
Yeah.
anytime during the run, the test will be stopped.
I mean, it's not that much. It's still a pretty significant amount to run, man. I
To
think.
consider a failure for the entire test.
If you join like a run club, they're usually doing like 6Ks.
Yeah, those people are freaks.
Trying to pace myself
Where do you
here.
run club?
They took off fast.
You do a run club?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done it once.
I've done it once, but I did it.
That's crazy.
Did you just
Home
catch a
stretch.
car?
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
The goal of the week is not to break the candidates. We're going to push them to the limits. We likely will break somebody and at least their spirit.
I hate
We don't
running.
try to break the human being.
I used to hate
themselves, but
running.
We want to test their
But then I
their
started
mettle, their
boxing,
grit.
and I was like, oh, it is a lot
And
nicer
so
when
what
someone's
we're
not
looking to
punching
see
me.
happen is we're going to push you to your threshold, whatever that is. If that's 80%, it's 90% of what you're capable of, and then we're looking for you to go a little bit beyond that.
5K in under 20 minutes is, you know,
That's
pretty
crazy.
pretty decent pace.
I've done 21.
For 5K?
Yeah.
Well, then you wouldn't make the cut.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And show us that, hey, when the chips are down, when lives are on the line, when the mission's on the line, that you're going to drive to the end and be successful and bring your team home and get the job done.
That's a big step.
They're all swimming with their clothes on like fat kids. like me. Like me when I was younger, thinking I was fooling people by wearing a t-shirt
That
to
was
the
me as
pool.
well. Although in Australia, you have to wear shirts in the pool.
Wait, why?
Like rashies,
Yeah.
because they, because the sun.
Oh.
We then headed into the pool, and this is something I was definitely nervous about because
His
I don't
face is
typically
so
train
good. He does that, like,
swimming
kinda, like,
in my individual
sideways smirk.
workouts. But what they
Yeah,
had us
that's-
doing
that's
is
the most unnerving
1,500
thing.
meters, which that is 60 lengths of the pool, which is crazy. So my goal was to do as much as I could, and I remember jumping in the water, seeing the candidates on my right, really going after it, kind of
50s,
trying to keep pace with
1,200.
them. But man, it was tough.
How long is the pool? 72
Before this
meters.
event, I had pretty much minimal pool training at all. I mean, I had done a couple training events back when I was at the Air Force Academy, but that's been several years. I don't train swimming normally. I knew this was going to be a struggle for me, and it definitely was.
They're the American military. When the fuck are the odds against them when the chips are down is psychotic? Yeah. They mean like when they don't have immediate air support, to just like laser an entire mountainside and an entire village.
When was the last time like an active duty soldier had to swim somewhere?
Never. Probably secret missions we don't hear about.
Yeah.
But even then, they're
We're
using
not-
a little submarine or
No,
something.
then they're like, no, then they're just like flying in with a Black Hawk and then
Yeah.
it's falling. One of the 3 Black Hawks every time has to fucking explode mid mission.
we got a little bit of a break, gonna get dried off, change, and then we'll see what's next.
I think seals have to swim sometimes. Yeah, like those 2 seals that tripped or slipped and fell off the fucking ladder and died and drowned in the Red Sea.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Dude, yeah, the only time Navy SEALs have to swim is when they're in a fucking osprey because you know that shit's gonna fall. You know that shit is going down. Okay, well, they die anyway, but still.
You need to have 2 MREs, 1 set of fields, which is these. Thanks for helping. I know you're probably not wanting to be worried about me.
We have your mask and your ropes, your snorkel.
My brother has a Purple Heart from his Black Hawk training, taking a hard landing after being hit by an RPG in Afghanistan. Okay, but that's fair because like an RPG actually hit it. Most of the time, Black Hawks just drop on
But
their
did he
own.
swim?
Yeah,
That was the question.
Yeah, but he's not swimming. Osprey is like a 50-50 shot at survival. Yeah.
One crashed in Australia and killed a bunch of US people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan too. Like literally.
What are they doing there?
And in Cyprus.
Why would they in
Are
on these
they invading
places?
Australia? What's going on? They fly Black Hawks around our country.
Special Warfare Operator, First Class Christopher J. Chambers, 37. Navy Special Warfare Operator, Second Class Nathan Gage Ingram, 27. We're part of a team of SEALs operating from the sea base USS Lewis B. Puller. Wow. Wow.
Would you like to
My
share that with the, would you like to
apologies.
share that with the class,
Everybody.
Alex?
Yeah,
sorry.
fucking amateur
I'm
hour, dude.
sorry.
You know, you got to put your phone in the pocket now.
My phone's on silent, but I
You
don't
got
have
to
any
put your phone in the
friends,
drawer, the teacher drawer. They were on a mission to search a DOE suspected of carrying Iranian arms to Yemen. The team found what it was looking for, a cache of Iranian anti-ship missile parts, but it came at a cost. One of the men was washed off a boarding ladder by a wave, and the other jumped to save
Aw.
him. After an exhaustive 10-day search, the Navy called off the rescue effort. Yeah, like
Holy
he literally fucking slipped. DOE is like a dinghy. He slipped off the fucking ladder, dude. That's crazy. I'm telling you, that's the one time that they were swimming.
Headlamp. Your PT belt will go around the ruck just like everyone else. All the uniform stuff that we have to bring. Want to, you can open up these MREs ahead of time. One of the, if you
Why
have
don't Americans
something
wear
that you
these
don't
shorts
wanna
more
get
often?
wet, you roll it up. Once you're done,
Everyone's got
close
shorts
this
down to their knees.
sandbag and what we call a radio pocket. But at the very least, it'll rest on top of your stuff. The second belt, don't worry about it.
So whenever
You heard the man.
down, I need you to like.
My cousin's husband was on this team, lol. The fuck?
You said lol.
There's another chatter who said that was like a relative of his. One of the one who jumped in was my family.
Aw,
what the fuck's
damn.
going on? Why are there so many people who are directly related to these people? What the fuck is happening?
Maybe a lot more people died than what was reported.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, there's
No.
this guy.
That was the official statement. Was he chill? Yes, and the Navy said, "Don't talk about it to my grandma." Wait, why?
Only her, though. You're allowed to.
Yeah. Wait, what? Why is your grandma about to chirp about it? Like, what do you mean? Why are you allowed to talk about it? That's crazy. We knew before it was announced.
Oh, damn.
That's fucked.
That would have been a wild way to be like, and my grandma was serving the top of the hour ad break, just like my relative was serving the military.
What?
Most brutal.
I'm sorry. Listen, he's like a 40-month subscriber. He's not seeing the ads. I'm sorry. Maybe he doesn't like his. He said OMG law. Maybe he was a shitty relative. You don't know. Maybe he wasn't a cool one, even though he did. He's not the one who slipped and fell. He's the one who tried to rescue the other guy. So maybe he was a nice guy. He was a good swimmer, though. Republican as fuck. Not good enough, it seems. Okay, I'm going to stop. I have to stop.
What's so dumb about all this training, though, is like, they don't need it. You could have the fattest guys, like, in the planes, flying the drones, and none of it would matter. Like, that would kill just as many people.
They can't do it. They because they have to like search all of the fucking little dinghies to see if Iran is sending weapons shipments or weapons parts. So they can't do it with just the drones. The real way to do it is by not having any of those guys there at all and be at home and yelling at their fucking wives who, you know, may or may not have been cheating on them, instead of having them out in the fucking Red Sea, because there would be no weapon shipments that are harming the international trade interests of the United States of America or the Western world if Israel was not doing a fucking genocide in Gaza. You know. But that's neither here nor there. What? You morons giggling about Navy SEALs dying, fucking losers? Oh my God.
I am a loser. But not for this reason.
My family wants to know why they didn't have GPS locators on them, though. They didn't recover the body.
Fuck.
Yeah. That is interesting. I thought they would have that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, chatter. The other chatter is... That other chatter is never Googled my name, I think, and has no idea. He's like... Anyway, let's continue with this.
Forward. Forward.
What are they carrying? Just weight.
So next up is Intro to Calisthenics. In this, we really start to turn up the intensity. The cadre involvement is going to be a lot higher than it was in the PT test.
First team on the pull-up bars now.
We're just assessing that person's PT fitness. Now we're going to start to assess their grit. Like, hey, when people are in your face, can you hang on? How are you going to respond?
13, just hold yourself over the bar.
Get on the bar, 5.
We were split up into two groups to begin an exercise called the push-up, pull-up, reverse pyramid. So by this point
Dude, that's gay as hell.
in the morning, one of the candidates had actually dropped out. So we had 12, meaning 2 even groups of 6 and 6. Now, because they were even groups, that meant when I was going to...
You should be more respectful of those that serve. My girlfriend's husband is deployed right now. Oh, no. Thank you for your service, chatter.
The pull-ups and push-ups, my reps counted as well. And the cadre were treating
Don't talk about fucking the brave troops' wives, okay? That's really... It's not funny.
He's going to hear it on stream and come back.
Keep up 1-3. Get over the bar. I actually can't feel my arms right now.
Drinking piss. Not even for the Navy challenge.
Cadre are all operators that have deployment experience, that have been in the career field for a while, and they know what it takes to go down range. Many of them have some sort of valor award at this point, you know, maybe a Silver Star or a Bronze Star, and, you know, they've been in legitimate combat. And so having that perspective.
Love to hear the boys' thoughts on this. Husband lets black guy pound his wife.
You won't believe it.
This is the chaotic Darman.
Wait, this is Darman.
It is Darman, but chaotic.
It's a military-based one?
No.
It's just cuck videos.
Yeah, it's just a cuck video, I think.
Perspective really gives us the ability to say, hey, I know exactly what it takes to do missions downrange, and I know the type of people we need to be in that environment. And so they're the right people to make those assessments and judgment calls.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. This was us this morning.
That bar was so rough, man. I just haven't done that many pull-ups. I got blisters on the hands. It's like you start feeling it, man.
Yucky.
Everyone's probably feeling it right now. We just finished up Intro to Calisthenics. I am completely beat. I think pretty much everyone here is too. Sounds like we might have a little break, and then we'll see what's next.
His hair still looks amazing.
There's no putting your head. Get your mask off your forehead. There's no putting your head on my pool deck. That will only result in more flutter kicks. Do you understand?
Amazon drivers work harder than these guys. Oh, 100%. Also, doing something infinitely, more important and useful. That's the worst part about this entire process for these guys, is that like their output is just negative across the board. Like, sure, we talk about how like, oh, they're defending. I mean, not we, but like people talk about how they're like defending American freedom of speech at home and abroad or whatever. But like ultimately, all they're doing is basically shit that you can manage through diplomacy and never have to like deploy and fucking die slipping off of a goddamn ladder in the middle of the Red Sea at all on an Iranian dinghy. You know, defending it from who? Who knows? Someone's always out there being like, I hate Americans and their free speech. I wish.
If only they didn't have an army, I could stop them from exercising that democratic right.
I want to cancel them. That's what Osama wanted too. He wanted to cancel the Twin Towers. He wanted to do cancel culture.
Get in the flutter kick position. That doesn't mean just hang out with your feet.
Why is he so angry? Just ask them nicely.
No, this is it gets in their head, you know.
We're going to go through what we call flooded mask, flutter kicks, which is for people that
We need security for our logistic companies. Yeah, that's the funniest part. That like the American operation, like the operation, I forget what it was called, against Yemen, literally was $1 billion fucking dollars. It was $1 billion, and they failed, so they had to stop it. Like a bunch of dudes who had Operation Prosperity Guardian. Yeah, they spent $1 billion fucking dollars. Every time I see those TikTok videos of like the dollar value assigned to each individual bullet, including the fucking tracers that are like also $3,000 for some goddamn weird reason on the Navy, like every time I see that, I just like lose my mind. Okay, they lost to a bunch of dudes wearing sandals that are getting like weapon shipments delivered to them through dinghies from Iran, because like their fucking their anti-ship missiles cost like $3,000. The American ones cost like $50,000 on the cheap end. So stupid.
I've never done it is probably one of the worst things you're going to experience.
It's not that bad having water in your eyes.
No, but the other exercises suck. But the water wouldn't do anything.
No.
And this is a crazy feeling because the water rushes in your nose.
Oh,
and
your
goes down
nose
your
is in
throat.
there.
You're getting
I
screamed
mean, that's
at
just
the
fucking
entire time.
spearfishing.
No,
And I was
it's not.
literally
Ours
doing
is
everything I
separate.
could not to
No.
throw up,
Oh, you got a
not to
shit
start
master.
gagging and choking.
Find the water. Find the water.
The water is a way to simulate stress that really nothing else matches. And so when we look at
Whoa.
like, how do
That's
I
fun.
simulate combat stress? How do I test somebody's mental
this
and
is
some
the
very
game I
extreme
play.
circumstances?
This is fun.
Tie yourself up. Tie yourself up.
We have candidates tie their feet and hands together, hands behind their back, and then we're going to have them jump in the pool and conduct a series of bobs where they sink to the bottom, push off, and
Oh,
not
that's
take
amazing.
a breath, and they do
Got
that
to
for a number of
go.
times before they
We're gonna put
travel
that in the
and
React.
do flips. There's a whole bunch of different things. The idea is like, hey, can you deal with the stress of this? Can you stay calm during the bobbing process?
The water temperature was also something I was not expecting. I mean, it was cold, and because you're doing so much in the pool for such a long amount of time, I mean, you're shivering. I was shivering, the other candidates were shivering, but that's just another challenge you have to add on top of all the other stress that's being thrown at you.
The attrition rate, I'd say, throughout the entirety of the pipeline 2-year process, I'd say there's about an 80% attrition rate. It can vary a little bit, but if I were to historically look at it, I would say that would stand pretty true. So 80 out of 100 people can't make it through this training.
All right, can you take her out to pee?
Has to be a perfect push-up position. Stop laying down.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
We're here to perform. Good things to put out. We're doing these things for a reason. Everything has a purpose to it. It's not just to make it hard, right? It's a demonstration of how well you prepare. It's a demonstration of how well can you handle stress and think under stress. There's a lot of different things we're assessing, right? I need the best version of you to come out. If it isn't, I mean, you can make it through all day. That's fine. It doesn't mean you're gonna come
I don't know
out.
what
Don't think that that's all this is, all right? You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you can show guns. It's not real. It's not a real
Down
gun.
to 8. So make sure you're eating, drinking. And
Why are you pointing it at your dick?
This is how Americans hold guns.
We're checking for pulmonary edema, signs and symptoms of hypoxia. So right now we're make sure your oxygen levels.
you know.
Oh, and then they do a ruck march. Then there's a beat
In the gym,
session.
a little bit of a
Making the team support thing. Okay, I'm bored.
Oh,
This is the same
ice
thing
bath.
though. Like,
I'm bored.
why not just show the cool shit? Like, wait, can we see if they
Killing
jump out of
people.
the fucking the
No, I
the
think that
plane?
was
Give them a taste of what it's
clickbait.
like to really be one. We're going to take them out, do a mission similar to what we might do downrange, whether it's personnel recovery behind enemy lines, our global access mission, or a precision strike.
They look like such fucking nerds. Like, I mean, they're jacked and stuff, but it's like Dude, like all of these dudes should be, you know, doing something good, okay, instead of doing something bad. All right, that's my take. That's my controversial take.
Imagine having like
agree with that.
ripped garbage men. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, like they should be, like they should be fucking filling potholes, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Imagine having hot guys filling potholes.
Yeah, get these goddamn hot guys to start filling potholes now. Okay. Yeah. It just pisses me off. Be a streamer, make a difference. Yeah, be a streamer. Nah, there's enough of them. But like even that, I mean, I don't care. There's plenty of fucking vets that are streamers now. Some of them I
play
like.
computer games where you fake kill people instead of actually killing people.
Yeah,
right?
even
Come
that's
on.
better.
He's going to apply tourniquets.
They're not jumping out of an aircraft.
Man who brought me to a safe room to assess my injuries. They actually cut a little bit of my uniform off my leg so they could get better access to it.
What happened to him?
Applied a tourniquet, and
it's
then
like a pretend
we were just
injury.
waiting on the special operations surgical team to be handed off to do what they do best.
Chloe just has to undergo a surgery.
I got a gunshot wound to the chest seal applied.
Lift up. Airways pain. Patient is phonating.
Brandon, cut clothes off. Yep. Jesse, you'll start working on clavicle down.
Special Operations Surgical Team, or SOS, is a 6-person team that is responsible for DCR and DCS. DCR stands.
Boring. They should all be like 6'7" or something. What will these short dudes on 5'5"? I don't want some 6-foot tall dork doing these missions. I want purebred American monster warriors.
So they can fit in the tunnels and kill the kids, like you said.
Yeah. They're going to the places only kids can go to.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be kid size for that. Ay.